I read a story about how the same scenario, what you're talking about right here, and the woman starts dating a new guy, and she swears that she's been haunted by her ex or her deceased husband.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that was like a creepy story, and that kind of put a wedge between the relationship.
Do you remember from that story how long the time gap was between?
Yeah, I think it was. She said within 2 months of her dating a new guy, all this weird paranormal stuff started happening at her place, and she felt like it was her deceased husband saying, "I don't like this."
Oh.
But
Well, maybe it was him protecting you because that relationship wasn't going to be healthy.
But take that with a grain of salt. Who knows what was going on there?
Yeah, so Maggie, if you're worried about your mother-in-law, be more worried about
Ghosts.
Is that what?
There's my advice.
Your mother-in-law's nothing.
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KBJ Show app.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KBJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KBJ Show.
Well, hello. Welcome to, can you believe it's Wednesday? Dang, week just flying by here. Getting ready for a big old weekend coming up. Got a lot of stuff to celebrate. Jaybirds 2 days away from another birthday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right, Big Daddy.
You feeling old?
I mean, I've felt old in my 20s, so it's funny. I actually feel like I'm in my prime right now.
Okay.
That's a big old lie.
You can see Jaybird hobbling around the stage. Friday night, we are going to be having a little live KBJ show. It's going to be fun at the Das Craft Beer and Pizza on Singer Island. So going to be there just after 6 p.m.
The biggest fear, though, is to have a party, try to get people there, then nobody shows up.
No, they'll show up.
Kevin, that would be just...
Build it. They will come.
Remember that one year for my birthday, I was in that bachelor auction and nobody bid on me?
That wasn't our crowd.
It doesn't matter. It looked bad. It looked so you were supposed to get all your bidding done, I guess, weeks in advance, but I didn't know that. So when I went up there, okay, do we have $10? No? $5? And nobody bid on. It was pretty raw. Maybe somebody bid on. We made somebody bid on me.
I think I bid on you.
Oh, man. That was on my birthday.
Yeah, somebody needs to write a book just on things you should know in life, and that's one of the things I've learned later is that if you ever do a bachelor auction or involved with it, you have to get the person that is going to be the winning bidder ahead of time, or at least going to make it look good.
You have to fundraise ahead of time, even, because some people just
pad your hand.
Some people just go out and they tell all their friends on Facebook, "Hey, I'm doing this bachelor auction. I need all of you to chip in $20. All their friends chip in $20.
Yeah.
And then they come in with a pot of money, and they have somebody, a plant we call them, a plant in the crowd that knows that they can get the bidding up.
That's how you have to do it.
And nobody tells you that. They certainly didn't tell our baby bird.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we need a book of wisdom. Things like this that, you're just not going to find out until you've done it once the wrong way.
And it's very specific to fancier areas like Palm Beach County. I never saw no bachelor auctions growing up in Louisiana. It just didn't happen.
No.
Nobody had extra money to buy a bachelor.
Yeah. They didn't put up that much of a fight. I'm ready to hook up. That's all I want to do. So, on Friday, we got a little party going on. So, we'd love to see you guys out there. Come out, and our Bachelor Jaybird will be there.
We're doing a live little podcast. There's going to be music. One of our friends from the Helmsman's going to be out there.
Oh, we're billing this as a family event?
Going to be rated
PG-13.
PG-13, yeah.
Okay, PG-13.
PG-13.
Okay.
It's not going to be scandalous, but it's not going to be squeaky clean either.
It'll be stuff, for the most part, that you would pretty much see in a PG-13 movie or here on this regular broadcast show. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I was watching a PG-13 movie and kind of fell out of my chair when they dropped an F-bomb in it. I was like, how do you get a F-bomb in a PG-13 movie?
when I was a kid growing up, an F-bomb got you an automatic R. And I think that still should be the deal. If you drop an F-bomb, that should be an automatic R.
I mean, I believe I'm right. I could have swore it was a PG-13 movie, and one of the kids or someone drops an F-bomb.
Really?
I gotta look that up. I might be giving bird facts again.
You might be, yes.
Bird turd.
How many PG-13 movies have F-bombs in them?
I think there's at least one.
Okay. All right, Jay Bird's got a project.
Look at you listening to the KBJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, unfortunately, I got some worrisome news about my buddy Bigfoot, Jim Romano, the guy I gave my kidney to. It's been on social media, and people in our chat room were already asking an update on him. He had a health issue that had happened yesterday, and we had to take him to the hospital, into the emergency room. And long story short, the kidney that I gave him is it's failing. It's not going to be working anymore, and we have to get him a new kidney ASAP. There's a lot of details unfolding as it goes on. I know Virginia. Panda went to the hospital last night. I had talked to his fiance last night as well. I was at the hospital yesterday. I skipped the podcast, but I appreciate everyone asking a bunch of questions. There's a lot of stuff still going on. We're trying to figure all that out, but I appreciate everybody reaching out and asking. Right now he's sedated, and we're just waiting on a couple more things to get through, and then I'll let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, he's sedated in ICU, and the doctors are taking care of him. So hopefully today will be a big day, like you said earlier before we came on the show. Today is a big day for him. And then hopefully we'll have good news tomorrow when they take him out of the sedation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Please, everybody, just say a little prayer, if you could, for our friend Jim Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I know you always talk about it too when it comes to donations to see if you're a match. Just realize there are so many people out there that have those kind of needs, and it comforts so many people. If they can know that they have a donor on a list and can get the help that they need. And I had learned from this situation that I didn't realize that it wasn't a lifetime solution. That was the amazing thing for me.
You can only have 3 people test for a kidney at a time as well, because the list is so great and there's such a great demand for it. So we have 3 people. We have a match. I don't want to go into all the details about all that because I don't want to speak out of turn. But we have a match for him. We just got to get through these next couple of days.
And it takes time, too, that whole match process. You went through it with him.
It's not one of those things where you take a test.
Months.
Yeah, it takes a minute to get through all that process. So it's not like you're sick. There's all kinds of things you got to go through that a lot of people don't even realize.
They've been in it. They've been working towards getting him a new kidney. But yesterday, it looked like, oh my gosh, his health just took a scary turn before the kidney transplant could even happen.
Right. Yeah.
So like Virginia said, just positive thoughts and just keep them on your mind for us.
Pray for everybody, his family. They are all gathered around him. So he's got a lot of prayer warriors, and we can always use more.
He's a fighter, too.
Yes, and he's in great physical shape. Like, if anybody can handle all this and come through it on the other side with flying colors, it's Jim. So we are very, very hopeful.
All right, Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I just wanted to tell everybody, if you're like me and your mom lives out of state, Mother's Day is this Sunday, so you need to get to the post office today. Put your present or your card or both in the mail to Mama today to make sure it gets there by Sunday. Don't forget Mama. It's Mother's Day.
That's right. That's right. Getting here before you know it. What I got on my mind, this is maybe one of the most horrifying things that could possibly happen. There's a viral video that is going around today. In Lawton, Oklahoma, this guy is just simply walking into his house, and he gets a big old surprise. He has one of those doorbell cameras, and he didn't realize as he was walking into his front door that a 5-foot, 5-inch long snake had wrapped itself around the light right by his door. And the video captures the snake lunging out to bite him in the face as he's walking into his house.
Kurt, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital. Get that snake. And then get that snake. At your mailbox, right there.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so horrifying. Yeah, the video is going viral today, as you can imagine. But he's just walking and has no idea. It's doo-doo-doo, and you kind of see just out of the corner of the camera like this little snake head pops out and goes whoosh, gets him right on the face, like right on the cheek.
Horrifying.
Makes me not real happy to have a rattlesnake in my little area.
Oh, no doubt.
There's nothing you can do. How would you ever defend yourself in that moment against this attack?
Well, one
you don't
thinking
even
about
see
it.
it coming. You're getting your keys. You're trying to open the front door.
All that kind of stuff. There are just times in our life where we just mentally disengage. You're not even thinking about it or really paying attention to your surroundings. And yeah, you walk into your house and don't notice a 5'5" long snake wrapped around your front light post.
Not fair, Mother Nature.
Yeah, not cool. The good news, a neighbor had come over, heard all the ruckus, killed the snake. They were able to check, not a venomous snake. But
Oh, thank goodness.
still, like, I guess an ornery snake that at least bites you in the face, you know?
How did they know? Like,
And you don't know at the
so
moment.
quick work to like get over there, kill the snake. Oh, it's not venomous. Like, dang.
Well,
That's the kind of neighbor you need.
If you can't tell, this guy was making a lot of noise. He was just like, so, you know.
I can't say I wouldn't do the exact same thing.
That probably continued on for a while, and then it was like, wait, what's going on over there?
You hope that your neighbor is man enough to come over
yeah.
and kill the snake.
Yeah, don't let me be your neighbor.
No, I
That-
do not want Ralston as my neighbor.
That mystery going to continue about whether that snake was venomous or not. We will never know.
Because he's running and crying down the street.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's just something, of course, going to be in the back of my head as I'm walking around life.
Yeah.
Snakes.
Watch out for snakes.
Just curled right up on your light post. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, going to help you out. This is kind of fun. Another thing going viral, there was a school teacher that was observing all the slang that was being spoken in his class, being confused by it. That's why a lot of times we give you the words of the week just to try to keep up on this game. Well, he's going to help out as well because he wrote down the words and then figured out what their actual meaning was so he could actually speak the language of his students. So if you want to be able to speak the language of your kids, stick around. I'll let you know some of the new words out there.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
It's one of the tough things. If you've got kids, you know it a lot of times is quite challenging to keep up with everything that they're saying. There's this teacher who was dealing with the same problems that a lot of frustrated parents are dealing with, me going, I have no idea what they're talking about. That didn't even make any sense to me. So he started writing down all the words that he didn't know that the kids were saying that he didn't understand. He's like, okay, I'm bound determined to find out what this means so that when they're talking, I have an idea of what exactly is going on. So now he took this list and posted it. It's going viral. Here's some of the words that he found out. Bops. Bops apparently is new songs you enjoy listening to, and old songs you like are jams. So if kids are talking about bops, that's new, jams is old.
Okay.
That's according to what the kids are saying in Massachusetts, at least. Clapback, I think you know. Responding to an insult with an equal or greater insult.
Yes.
Virginia's always clapping back.
Okay.
It's fun.
Do you have any idea what hop off means?
Hop off.
Yeah.
Like hop off line. Hop off. Stop commenting. You need to hop off.
Hop off.
Like hop off commenting online. Hop off this thread.
No.
All right, I'll stop guessing.
Hop off this radio station.
Hop off this segment.
Hop off is another way of saying mind your own business.
Okay.
Yes. Hop off, man. Yeah. So I guess
Okay.
it's gone.
Oh, Virginia needs to hop off a lot.
Never. I'm hopping on, baby.
Yeah. I had never heard of this. Have you ever heard of a cracky? What does it mean if you're a cracky?
Like a crackhead?
That's what I was thinking too. And I guess maybe there's some similarities. It's somebody who uses a Juul or smokes cigarettes.
Okay.
Juul's one of those little smoking devices. And I was really surprised. I saw my daughter with some of her friends, and some of them had that little Juul thing that was going on. It's just kind of a slender looking box kind of thing.
I think Corey Feldman uses one of those.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that a lot. They all kind of had it, and I'm like, okay, so I guess that's what the
What's
kids are.
in it, though?
I know. It's a great question. I don't know. Can you put, Dennys, can you put weed in a Juul? A J-U-L-U? Oh, you can. Okay.
No, he
looked
scoffed
me
at you.
He did. He gave me that. Oh, my gosh. What
Kevin, you're so stupid.
So you don't put weed in a Juul?
apparently not by that look.
No, the Juuls are for nicotine, and or you can get flavored ones. Some of the kids just puff the flavored ones. It's just all it is vape juice.
Okay, but the pen.
So yeah, I mean the apparatus is similar for sure, but yeah, you want something a little bit stronger for the other one.
Okay.
he's trying to be radio friendly.
I mean, it's
right
not
now
even 7 yet.
about weed.
Well, that's good. Okay, so if we see somebody with a jewel,
That
It's
being
just
said,
nicotine.
it's
Okay.
it's just the worst that could be is nicotine, which is still bad.
so in
for
a Juul,
kids.
yeah, the Juul, but I mean, they do make apparatuses that look very similar to the Juul that are for the other one.
Don't worry, babe. Our 14-year-old's only smoking nicotine.
No, we're in that era now. Yeah. So don't worry, it's only nicotine. Okay, if I say like, man, your girl is cheating on you, no cap. What does that mean?
Oh, she's cheating on you with. She's being unsafe. She's not putting that cap
I got
on.
you. Yeah, I get you. That would make some sense. Now, apparently, no cap means no lie, for real. Like, I'm not lying to you, no cap.
Kevin's hair looks on point. No cap.
That's right.
No cap.
There you go. That's how you use it. Yeah.
And he's not wearing a cap.
You're right. That's the weird thing. It's not a hair cap.
He used to always wear one to hide his bald spot. Now he's look fuller than
It's
ever.
right out
In
there.
fact, we get upset when you have a hat on now. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I do too.
I cut him off of him.
Yeah. You know what really upsets me? Have you seen those visors with the fake hair?
I got one of those from the Halloween shop.
Yeah, but they're like troll hair.
They were all over Sunfest. I saw like kind of like 80. I'm like, oh my gosh, all over the place. If you put someone on, that is the act of getting somebody to embrace a new trend. Like I put someone on this track. I put someone on this bop. There you go. See, I work 2 into 1. Put someone onto this new song. Rashing. That is to make fun of someone.
Rashing. Okay.
Yeah, if you're rashing somebody, you're making fun of them.
You hit us with a lot, Kev.
I know.
I can really only handle 4 kid words at a time.
No cap. No cap.
Yeah. You might get this one. If you say somebody is a snack, what does that mean?
Oh, they are looking delicious. You find them fine.
Yeah, there you go. I figured that was an easy one. Yeah, but that's kind of the word that going, oh, look at that snack.
There's some ladies in the chat room that I've seen them type this out. Though. Kevin over there looking like a little snack. That's what they say.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But he's like salad. He's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
a good snack.
I'm like a crouton.
No, you're not even the crouton. It's too much carbs.
Way too much
you're
carbs.
right.
You're an ice chip.
You're a cucumber.
Okay, I'll take that. I like cucumbers. Let me see. You got a take the L.
Take the loss.
There you go. Bird's on fire. He got the last few. There you go. So that's some of the terms that are out there. That's what the kids are doing today. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to understand. Well, we got a few beautiful people having birthdays today. Congratulations, Olivia Culpa having a birthday. She's turning 27 years old. She's been with a couple of big name celebrities, and she was Miss Universe, I believe, as well.
She's hot.
Doing all right.
I don't know if I know her.
You need to know her.
Yeah, you might want to look that up.
You might want to
Alright.
do
Yeah.
yourself a favor.
Might wanna look that
She's
up.
the one that always goes on Soch, and she's like eating like cheeseburgers and pizza, and all these people are calling her out like, B, you ain't eating all that.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
she's a mukbanger.
No, she's not a mukbanger, but she does always have pictures of her like with these giant cheeseburgers bigger than her head.
I don't know what
and
you
you're like,
call that. I've seen that a couple times, like really, and it's not just her.
Hot girl lies.
Yes, very attractive women, and they're in these big, robust plate of ribs and all these kind of like things that you're like, okay, there's no way you waxed all that food.
No, I've seen. There's a documentary where the social media is about all social media people, and it was the same thing. This girl was doing this thing with donuts, and they're like, I ain't cut. I am not eating this donut.
I can't eat
Yeah.
donuts, otherwise I won't fit in my bikini.
It does. We just know it just goes against the factors of life. I think she was with the Jonas Brother when she was with Nick back in the day.
That
Then
sounds
she was
right.
with Danny Amendola here recently.
Yeah.
With the Miami Dolphins, and then I think the latest was it Zed or some other DJ.
Yeah,
So
I think you're right.
it's got a pretty impressive dating resume as well. Also, your boy Enrique Iglesias is turning 44 today.
Man, how do you roll your R like that?
Oh yes.
Do it again.
Enrique.
Enrique. I can't do it.
It's kind of like someone's numbed your tongue.
I know. I have Novocaine tongue.
I'm not sure what happened there. I got a beautiful daughter, Alanis Lopez. They would like to have a birthday shout out for her 18th. From Mom, Dad, Lorelai, Ketsy, Kevin, and John. Love you to the moon and back. Also, Dawn, happy birthday from your hubby. JD, Jacob, Dexter, and JoJo also jumping in on that. Happy birthday to Macho. You're 9 now. Can't wait for Disney. Right up. Love Mommy, Daddy, Bella, Laya, David, Josiah, Lucas, Tunkle, and Jen. Also, a triple birthday. My mother, myself, and mostly important, my daughter, my baby girl, Jackie Simon, turning 9. Mommy and the rest of the family.
Mom, daughter, and granddaughter all on the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And herself, Victoria, and my mom, Patricia. There you go.
That's awesome.
Also, my boyfriend's birthday. His name is Jake. Megan, Finney, Sam, and Bastion all wish him happy birthday. So there you go. Very cool stuff. Got a birthday you want to jump on? Get it to us. Mail at kvjshow.com. mail at kvjshow.com. Something interesting that had popped up on social media. This guy's going viral. You know, anytime you do anything weird with food, it's going to go viral now.
Not all the time, actually, because the pizza panties did not go viral.
Oh, you're right. Unless you're Jaybird, when you do something weird with food, it's
I mean, the
going to go
pizza
viral.
panties turned out to be the biggest dud of 2019.
It really did. I'm ashamed.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Well,
did
you
it?
know what?
I'm the only one that did it.
And you did it lame style. You didn't even show your face. You just showed your thighs in a dark room.
That's how I look best, in a dark room.
Well, this person is going viral. They're actually from Virginia's home state, Louisiana, and on Twitter, they were showing how they will take McDonald's chicken nuggets and they skin it. They'll peel off all the skin before eating them.
That went viral?
That went viral.
That's what...
That went
Pizza
viral.
panties don't go viral, but taking the skin off a McNugget?
Because people are like, well, you know, it was kind of divided. Half the people were saying, yes, they're a lot better without, you know, the skin and the breading on it. And other people going, how dare you? I mean, that's just unbelievable. Like, that's terrible.
I hate the internet.
What about the people that say, I don't care?
Yeah, I mean, this is...
I know. That's what I'm telling you. This is what goes viral.
I love food so much, and I hate that topic. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
No one's taking off the skin of a McNugget. Internet.
That's what you got to do to go viral these days. Would you say there's something weird that you do with food? Is there anything that you will do that is... Because that's maybe where we got to start looking.
Yeah.
You're weird and you love food. So maybe since the pizza panties didn't work, we're doing this the wrong way. We need to look at one of the weird food things you do, and then that's what we need to put out there. Because, yeah, that maybe it was just too titillating. Maybe it was whatever, and people are like, oh, okay. You see, he's going for the cheap sex sells kind of angle.
Nobody's weirder than the bird.
Right. That's
What you got?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe you weren't playing off of your strongest attribute, and that's your weirdness.
I don't do it so much anymore, but when I was younger, anytime I'd get a warm sandwich, especially a burger from like McDonald's or Burger King, I'd get it out of the wrapper.
Okay.
And then I would squeeze it down into like a flat pancake, and then I would rest it on my face. The warmth of the sandwich, I don't know, man. It made me feel good.
You should do a montage of you getting warm sandwiches and then rubbing them on yourself.
Flattening it and then
Flattening it and then rubbing it. Maybe
Does that
that'll-
go? Does that go? I don't know if that goes viral.
You know what? Maybe we can try this. We can start just trying to think about all the weird things you do with food that are decent enough to put up on social media.
It's got to do better than pizza panties.
I mean, I that was the best I got. That was the best I had.
And just maybe be like, anyone else like to do this with their warm sandwiches? And then
Okay.
just you with one on each cheek, pressing it up there, and then see if anybody's like going, yeah, I totally do that. And then maybe that will be one of those things that...
Make it like a quick 7-second thing. Does anyone else do this with their sandwich? Flatten it. It's real warm. Oh, yeah, it's so warm.
You could even have a photo of you with just holding 2 sandwiches to your face and say, does anybody else do this with your warm...
This is going to go worse than the pizza panties.
It can go worse. I think you only got 2 responses on that. If you get 4, this will go better than pizza panties.
I had 3 people do the pizza
No,
panties.
one of them was a dog. That does not count.
No, I had 3.3 creatures.
That's what I'm saying. If you get to 4 on this, it actually beat pizza panties.
What am I doing with my life?
Well, maybe that's not it. Maybe there's something else.
Maybe we tried
I-
to make it too fancy with the pizza panties.
Agreed.
Maybe you need to make it simple.
I think I like the idea of because that's a real thing that I did. It's real. It's weird, and that is kind of weird. Who takes sandwiches and puts them to their face?
I see it working best with a McDonald's cheeseburger.
It does actually
Because there's no seeds on the bun.
It's you can make it flat.
yeah.
Do you eat food a weird way? Because I
Yes.
think I remember seeing something where somebody was taking a banana and they tried this. I think it wound up being a prank, but they were showing how they eat a banana from the opposite end. You know, normally you have the stem and you bend it back. They were taking it from the other side and saying this is the proper way to eat a banana. I remember that went viral. And I'm like, it was about, for some reason, eating standard foods in a weird way connects virally.
If it's a sandwich that's circular, I eat it in a C, or like a moon. I always eat it
for crazy.
It does. That's how I would always kind of.
Sounds like a Sesame Street episode, doesn't it?
C for crazy.
I'm trying to give you my weird food.
Oh,
thing.
we know you've got a lot. We've merely scratched the surface here, Kev. I think if we put a camera on him and he didn't know for 24 hours, all the weird stuff he does, we could seriously go viral 10 times.
But you make it seem like I'm doing unspeakable things to my food, and I am not.
I don't know that you're not.
Get out of here.
I don't know where else you rub that cheeseburger.
Get out of here.
And this could tie in well because somebody said, too, 69-cent cheeseburgers today at McDonald's. So
It's perfect.
The key here would be doing this and then properly putting the right hashtag on it. You can do this on Instagram as well and do the hashtag for like, I don't know, hamburger face or something like that. And then
cheeseburger face.
Then make sure you're tagging McDonald's as well. They might see and be like, oh, this is a weird, bizarre, viral way that maybe we can promote our 69-cent cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
Because if you're doing it and you're encouraging other people to do it, then they sell more cheeseburgers. So they have a dog in the fight to actually sell more burgers.
Something tells me, too, if I use the hashtag 69, I'm going to get some people involved in it. There's going to be some people checking it out.
You'll have a lot of people checking that out. Yeah, somebody's saying there's a woman that's gone viral that rubs bread on her face. So,
she's stealing my act. I've been doing this since the 80s.
Or are you stealing hers?
No, I've been
Right.
doing this since I was a kid.
If she's already viral, you missed the boat.
Yeah,
Well, I'll make it
nothing really happens unless it happens on Instagram.
Thank you.
I'll make it weirder. Should I do it shirtless? Or is that too weird? Now
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
don't
too
know.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good. Reel me in.
Reel you in, Big Daddy. All right, any other ideas? Anything weird you do with food, eating it in a non-traditional way? 877-979-WRMF. Hit us up at the KBJ Show. Chambers kind of had this eternal quest to try to go viral, and he's even gone the food angle, which seems to be very effective, but he tried the pizza panty thing with people wearing basically a pizza bikini and just didn't take off, didn't go well.
It missed.
Yeah, it definitely missed. But I keep seeing all this stuff. Like, you know, the latest, this guy in Louisiana on Twitter, he's going viral. He took McDonald's chicken nuggets and just simply skinned the batter skin off of it, the outer part, and peeled it before he ate them. And people are like, oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Yeah. People are like, how dare you? And other people are going, no, that's the right way to do it. And that's just kind of it. And I think that was kind of part of what is working with the viral thing. You've got to have something that's almost in the middle where half love, half hate, and then that becomes the debate that gets it going viral. You know, it gives it the momentum.
Cheeseburger face.
Yeah. If that's something that, you know, people do, I don't know. You're a different level of weird. Like, do a lot of people take like their McDonald's sandwiches and rub them all over their face before they eat them?
I don't do that as an adult so much anymore.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna.
I'm gonna. But when I was younger, I would do that all the time. And my brother and sister thought it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Somebody said my niece will disassemble her burger before she eats it. She starts with the buns, then she like licks off all the condiments, then she goes to the pickles, then the lettuce, then the burger at the end.
Huh.
Will not eat the whole thing together.
I don't hate it. I like deconstructing
I
stuff.
don't like that. See, you and I, this is going to go viral because I hate it, because to me, it's the combination of all the flavors together that work out. Why would you do it individually?
I like deconstructing it because if you like all the components, I like to really like savor them individually. I know you like them all together. I like them individual sometimes.
Yeah,
I get it. I used to pick my pizza. I would eat the toppings all first, then I would eat the cheese, and then I would eat the crust. I ate pizza like that for many years.
I, without
Yeah.
a doubt, stand with Fat Kevin on this one. I hate the way you eat pizza if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that could be something too. Everybody loves pizza. They didn't want to do the pizza bikini, so maybe you should go back to pizza. But yeah, maybe the thing about, like, somebody said, yeah, my daughter eats the crust first, kills my soul a little bit every time she does it. So she doesn't love that. So, and I know the whole, remember what a scandal it was, the knife fork eating a pizza that way?
Some people get mad at you if you eat a pizza with a knife and fork.
But are they really mad though? I mean, I know they get mad, but are they?
They say it's insulting.
It makes it go viral. That's what it is.
The one thing that people do get mad on is putting ketchup on steak. People get upset about that.
Well, if you have a crappy piece of meat, then you can do that. But if you have a good steak and you put ketchup on it, you should be slapped.
Some people just like condiments. And go ahead, slap me.
Okay. Somebody else said I eat my pizza from the side, kind of like corn on the cob. Okay.
What?
Okay. All right. That's an interesting take here. Some other weird food stuff. Any of this stuff, maybe this could go viral. Somebody said, I'm a teacher, and this week I saw some of my kids putting mayonnaise on their slices of pizza.
That was big in elementary school. That was always a debate. And even ketchup, putting ketchup.
I did that.
I love putting
with
ketchup
the kind
on
of pizza. I wouldn't normally want to do that, but with the kind of pizza we had.
Cafeteria pizza
Yeah.
with ketchup. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you had the cafeteria trays, which made a great way. I'd just put a big, pool of ketchup in there and dip it right in.
Oh, with double chocolate milk. Oh,
yeah, baby.
That's living.
That's gnarly.
That is living.
That makes me want to vomit.
Double chocolate milk.
Ugh.
Someone else said my son dips graham crackers in ketchup.
Okay, ground him.
That's a lot of busy.
That might be interesting. See if anybody else does that. Somebody else puts vinegar on rice. Oh, so good.
Ooh, I love vinegar on rice.
Well, that's what see, now you're into it. That's what it is. It's just dumb food things that always seem to go viral. So that's what it is.
Well, I love food and I love dumb, so let's get this together.
Right. Maybe you just need to give it another shot.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, some interesting thoughts after a new person is going viral on Twitter for simply just peeling their chicken McNuggets before they eat them. That's all it took.
It's not fair.
That's all it took.
This man did the work of pizza panties and got no credit.
That's all it took. I think the debate, there's been so many viral posts about food, from bananas to what you eat, and a lot of people really are setting in stuff about the weird stuff they eat ketchup on. I'm seeing rice, salads, eggs, all this kind of stuff. Basically, any food people are putting ketchup on. And maybe that is one of those things that people are like, I love it, I hate it, I love it, I hate it. Somebody thinks that the idea with Jaybird rubbing the hamburgers on his face is not going to work.
Oh.
They say you got to do something that isn't too weird and that people can get behind. People aren't going to want to try rubbing their face on a burger. You got to show people a better way to eat something. That is the key.
I appreciate the critique. I'll take that within.
Okay.
Probably not listen to you. Probably still do the cheeseburger thing.
And it probably won't go viral. And then we'll sit over here scratching our heads.
You guys will make fun of me, and that's tomorrow's show.
This is another thing that's going viral today. Have you seen the Crocs challenge they got? If you got Crocs and you take shaving cream, you seen what they do with that?
Is anybody still wearing Crocs?
Yes.
Oddly enough, yeah. I thought it was 10 years ago, but no, I guess people still do it.
Only people I will forgive are like people that are on their feet, like in a kitchen, or like doctors or nurses, and children. That's it. No one else should wear Crocs.
I kind of like me a Croc. I wouldn't blow out on me.
I've never had a Croc on my foot. I don't know. Are they supposed to be comfortable, or what's the deal with them?
They're like spongy shoes. They're like walking on rubber.
Okay.
It's fun.
It is. Okay. But I guess
It doesn't
it's just,
look cute, but it's fun.
So that's what it is. So it feels good, but because they made it trendy, because like, oh, it's so ugly, it's cool. And then that kind of wore off, and so they're not cool anymore. Is that what's going on with Crocs?
I don't think they were ever cool.
Well,
But she's very judgmental.
Very judgy.
Okay. Well, maybe Crocs is doing this to try to get Crocs cool again. So they discovered a fun little thing that you can do. What you do is you take your Croc and you fill it with shaving cream down in the toe of the shoe.
Okay.
And then you slam your foot into it. You know how it's got the holes?
Yeah.
It goes, and it looks, and then shaving cream goes shooting out of the holes.
Like a Play-Doh dough factory.
Yeah. And so it results in tubes of shaving cream exploding out of the holes. It'd be like, oh, it's crazy. Go do it and put it up.
It got me. I love it.
Yeah. It's actually kind of like working. So people are like, all
I
in
get
there.
it. It's fun. I can see that being fun.
Yeah. That's just kind of what it is. You got to do something fun. See, what I think is actually more fun, and maybe more people could do if people aren't wearing Crocs, is to get, you ever seen like those colanders you have that you like drain spaghetti with?
Sure.
Fill that with shaving cream, slam that on your head.
That's going to hurt.
That's true. That might hurt. Okay. That wouldn't work. All right. Bad idea. Yeah. So
It's
that's,
a think tank. We're just thinking out ideas right now.
If you need it done, I know a guy.
you do.
He don't mind a little pain.
I do got to borrow somebody's spaghetti thingy.
I have one.
I bet you do.
Okay, there you go. A little switch to that. All right, I got a quick little round here of would you rather. Tough options and serious dilemmas here. Tell me, would you rather never use social media sites or apps again, or never watch another movie or TV show?
Oh, buy social media.
Yeah, you got to say bye, social media. We love our TV and movies too much.
Social media is almost like a homework. Be gone, social media.
Be gone.
Scram. Shoot.
Yeah. Okay. I think I agree with you on that. I'm just kind of curious what that is. Maybe I'll put that up on a Twitter poll, see where people are.
Just think what you get more pleasure from. It's absolutely TVs and movies.
I don't know. Watching a movie or putting up a sweet pic of you and your hair freshly cut with a ton of likes. What fulfills you more?
Oh, boy. That just really kind of gets the motor running, doesn't it?
I know.
That acceptance.
That
Until you read the
approval.
nasty comments about your eyes. It's good for a minute. Would you rather live your entire life in a virtual reality where all your wishes are granted, or you just simply live in the real world? So it's the Matrix question where your actual physical body is in some kind of like tube, but everything in life is going great for you. Like anything you want, you get. It's kind of like just having the most amazing dream. And you're like going, but it feels like reality.
It's too much of a good thing. Yeah, it's not good for anybody. You need a little bit of pain. You need a little suffering.
I like the real grit.
Yeah.
I don't want a fake world.
We don't want a fake world, Kev. We're out.
Because then, like, what's all my family doing? Like, who's raising my kids?
Well, they're awesome in your virtual world.
But that's not real.
They're in tubes next to you. You're all in the virtual world together. And things are going great.
That's weird, and I can't wrap my brain around it. I'm not that smart.
What if that was reality now and we just don't even know?
Dennys, get out.
Yeah.
What if
Somebody just hit the bong.
What if this was the dream, and when we go to sleep, that's actually reality? How about that bomb?
That's a theory.
I can't. I can't with you two.
Actually, I'm going to take the virtual reality.
Really?
Yes. Give it to me, baby.
Really?
Like I said, Denny's might be like, we're doing it anyway. Yeah, give it to me. I like that. That's great. I think it's awesome. I'm like, I don't know the difference. That's the way to be.
I don't know. I can't get down with that. No.
I'm with the witch on this.
Okay.
I can't.
Give me the real stuff, but good and bad, but give it to me real.
You're winning, but you're winning. It's lies, baby. You're winning in life, but it's not real.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't care.
Oh, wait, you're trying to dissuade me?
All you do
Like,
all day
and?
is drink craft beer and have fun times.
Right. I got endless amounts of money. What do you want to do today? I don't know. Let's take a boat out or something.
Your wife wants to sleep with you in this world.
On the boat.
All day long, yeah.
All right,
my real life's terrible.
Go
I
to the
want this virtual reality world.
She holds your beer while she services you.
Oh, my gosh. What?
What?
What are you, Denny's?
I mean, I would probably take the virtual reality too, just because.
Thank you. Yep. Okay.
Think about it. Right now, everything we experience anyway is just chemicals in our brain. How's it any different from like a virtual image?
And I knew my boy would come in here with a mind.
I don't know, man. What? Are you hitting Denny's pen?
No, because I would have to have so much rubbing alcohol to clean it all off first.
Oh, you're right.
Germphobic.
Half of South Florida's been on that pen.
Oh.
Okay, would you rather the general public think you are a horrible person, but your family be very proud of you? Or have your family think you're a horrible person, but the general public be very proud of you? What's more important, to have that public approval or your family approval? It's going to flip drastically on both sides. Which one would you rather have?
Family.
Family proud
Because
of
then
you?
you're the Kardashians.
Wait, family? Okay, because wait, the public doesn't like you?
Right.
I don't know. I think the public likes you. I mean, look how many people follow you on social media.
They get a lot of hate.
They get a lot of hate, but they do unfortunately get a lot of love, and it blows
Money,
my mind.
TV deals,
but they get
yeah.
more love than your average person.
Yeah, they wouldn't qualify in this.
Your family is way more important than the public.
So Virginia's kind of derailing the
Big
bit,
time,
a little
yeah.
bit of a bit killer.
Yeah, I know.
kinda-
Between the two of you. Yeah, so I don't know. Everybody here. What about you, Bird? Family, public.
Well,
It
since
flips drastically from side to side. Public thinks you're a terrible person. Your family's like, oh my gosh, how do they hate Bird? They don't know him.
you could still make a career having the public hate you on the air. You kind of have to be that villain. I have my family love me. It's more important.
Okay.
Although there's parts of the there's parts of the family that does not, I think, like part of the South Florida family. I don't know. That's a whole thing. I'll talk to you guys during commercial break.
What are you guys competing?
You're not on Dr. Phil talking about your family drama. Nobody cares.
Oh my gosh, I was like, well,
You're right.
Where is this thing going here? This is just really kind of like.
So tell us about the family divide.
No, I'm just speaking out.
Why does your family hate you?
No,
Just the Rhode Island people
Well,
and the Pennsylvania people.
you might be warming up here.
Dennys, what do you take?
I'm afraid to answer now. I might get another big killer in here. I take family, and then you can move out to the woods and separate from society.
Oh, okay.
Because I think if society hates you, it's gonna be pretty rough to get a job or function.
Yeah.
You'd have to leave. You have to
Okay.
go.
I'm gonna say I want the public to love me. Everybody just thinks, oh, he's an amazing person. My family hate me because with everybody else, they would be outnumbered. So clearly the public has got it right. My family is like, because your family could hate you because maybe you're not going to give them inheritance or something along those lines.
You know what? You guys,
they're wrong.
I've heard you guys. You've changed me. I'm on your side now. Sorry, Virginia, you're alone.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't care about the public.
I'm with Kevin and Dennys. Screw my family.
Yeah. Would you rather be locked in a room that is constantly dark for a week or a room that is constantly bright for a week? A week in darkness or a week in nothing but light?
Darkness. That light, man.
Hello,
At least you can go to
darkness,
sleep
my
at
old
night.
friend.
With that light, good luck trying to get relaxed. Dark.
I think you could bury your face in your arms and you'd be able to create the blackness you need to sleep so you wouldn't go insane.
Man, that sounds real comfortable.
I can
bury
do it
your
right
head.
now. I sleep like that every night. What do you think,
No.
Virginia?
Darkness or light? I don't know.
For
That's
1
a
week.
tricky one. 1 week, I'm locked in there.
I think you would go mad in the darkness.
I think you're right. I think I gotta go light.
No.
Yeah.
You'll see your fear more.
I mean, it's so dark you don't see nothing.
Right.
It's pitch black.
You just
It's
don't even
pitch
have
black?
the bearing of where you are. Yes.
It's pitch black. Well, you said dark room. There's the cracks of light.
He said pitch black.
I don't remember pitch black. Then again, I don't remember a lot of things. Give me the darkness. No, dang, I'm changing my answer again. I think light.
You guys are horrible at 50-50 games. I mean, there's only just one.
Some would say these are the hardest.
I don't know why fact or fiction or would you rather. It's just two options, and it's like
It's too big for us. We got tiny brains.
You're just like you turned off your mic.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
I gotta end the damn bit because you guys are so terrible at it. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. Well, it's so bad I might have to do something even worse like Dennys or Animal. Yeah, why not? Call up. We'll play that next for Cirque du Soleil. Oh my goodness, there is a crazy photo. There's this wildlife preserve that is by Lakeland and it's going viral today. Did you see the photo of the alligator with the snake in its mouth?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. It's this big old monstrous gator. They got huge gators right there. And it's got his mouth open. And there is a full, I don't know what kind of snake it is. It's a huge snake and it's fat and it's big and it's like sitting on his tongue and in his mouth with his head up. And it kind of looks like he's just chilling. Like this snake is just chilling like in this gator's mouth.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, it's crazy. It's popping up all over the place today.
Is the gator eating the snake? Is
Well,
he
that's
dead?
just it. There's 3 photos. So the first one looks like everything's cool and like, wow, what a weird little symbiotic world we live in. And then by photo 3, you see the gator's chomping down on the snake.
Oh.
And how a snake fully got into the gator's mouth like that? Maybe it was like swimming and the gator came up and it crawled like through the side of its mouth.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, to catch that photo.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was just somebody's kind of like walking through doing wildlife photography in that swamp. And boom. That's crazy stuff. So there you go. Well, with the animal thing here, we're going to play a quick little round for Cirque du Soleil Corteo tickets. It is Dennys real or animal. So Dennys is going to be doing here a little sound. Is it Dennys or animal that you're going to hear?
He told me that he stepped up his game this round. He really tried to harness the sounds of the jungle, the forest, the woods.
Oh, he's been I actually believe in him. I think he's been stepping up his game for a while. Jeanette is on here from Coral Springs. Hello, Jeanette.
Good morning, guys.
How are you doing today?
Wonderful. It's Wednesday.
Go. Yeah, you're right. You know, the week is kind of flying by. We're actually almost there.
So does that mean it's good when you say it's Wednesday because it's close to the weekend, or is it still early in the week?
I had to work this past weekend, so it's been a long week. I'm waiting for Friday.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I'm feeling that too. Well, we get to hook you up with something fun to do. They've got the Cirque Du Soleil Corteo is going to be coming to the BB&T Center midsummer, like July 24th. It lands in town, and I'd like to hook you up some tickets here. Now, all you got to do is basically just not bloat. You got 3 shots at this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go for a perfect score here. Dennys or animal? This is a cricket. Now, is this Dennys or is this a real cricket making this noise?
Okay, that's a real cricket.
I'm so sad that Denny's didn't try to do a cricket. I really want to hear a Denny's cricket.
Oh, I really.
Denny's!
How do you know he didn't?
Get in here and do a cricket.
You're right.
Maybe this is Dennys. I would love this to be Denny's. See? Maybe he's got some kind of like a different little thing, but it's not, sadly. No, that is actually real. Jeanette.
I don't even know how you would try to do a cricket sound.
Well, I mean, Denny's does a good cricket.
Yeah, some people can.
Yeah, you guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Cricket, cricket.
Get out.
Sounds just like it. Amazing. Okay, we got next up here, Dennys or animal. We've got a crow.
Okay, that would be Dennys.
Are you sure?
You want to think about that, Jeanette? You want to think about that one?
No, I think I'm pretty confident.
Okay. You're correct. Yes.
Yay!
That, oddly enough, that's Dennys.
That's how my relatives up in Rhode Island say car.
Car. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, would you like a new car?
We hate J-Bud. Ka.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. You're cruising through this, Jeanette. All you got to do is get one more right, and you get Cirque du Soleil Corteo tickets, okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is a donkey. This is a donkey here. But is it a real donkey or is it Dennys?
I'm already betting saying Denny's totally went in with the donkey.
Think so?
Yeah.
Why, he likes donkeys?
Oh, he loves donkeys.
He does. Okay.
Big donkey fan.
Okay. Listen to this. What do you think? Is this Dennys or animal? Okay.
Okay, I think that's Dennys too.
You're going to say that is Dennys.
I don't know. That's tricky.
Huh.
I can't believe we still do this bit.
Slow day.
I mean, we have done this.
Slow news day.
We have done this bit a lot.
Yeah. Stretch for ideas. It's been 20 years. I'm getting tapped. That is correct. Yes.
Yay!
Very nice. That is Dennys, and you got the tickets. Cirque du
Awesome.
Soleil
Thank you, guys.
Corteo. It's just that easy. We don't want you to have to think too hard, Jeanette. You didn't get a weekend last weekend, so
You're right.
we got to give you something easy. BB&T Center, July 24th. It all begins for everybody else that didn't just win them. Got to go to Ticketmaster.com or the BB&T Center box office. Enjoy that weekend coming up, okay, Jeanette?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, guys. I love listening to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Jonas Brothers had Nick and his new wife, Priyanka. They went to that Met Gala, which some people go absolutely crazy for.
They have really stepped up the crazy.
It's really insane, the costumes that people wear. I mean, of course, Lady Gaga's going to go crazy. She had a 25-foot pink train that was coming off of her outfit, and I think she had 4 different ones that she wore.
Yeah, I saw her at
different
one
times.
point. She was in a bra and underwear. I'm like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, she was at the end. Yeah, she started with too much clothing, and then she ended with like hardly any. So it was kind of a digression.
I've done that
Of
too
wardrobe.
after a bunch of cocktails throughout the night, but it wasn't on purpose.
Right. I hear you.
Accidentally lose my shirt in the club. I don't know how that happened.
What do you know about that? Well, we're talking about Joe Namath and his great path to sobriety, but some people still on that drinking train. Yeah, hoot, hoot. And I got to tell you, one thing I picked up while I was at Sunfest, and lately I've been kind of jamming on these things. I was wanting a nice, refreshing, yet slightly alcoholic beverage while I was out there.
Okay.
And I jumped onto one of those hard seltzers, and I've kind of been doing these more and more. And it was the best, most refreshing thing that was out there. And I thought it was the best thing that we could get out there because they didn't really have any craft beer at Sunfest. So I went for, I think they were serving the Henry's. Hard sparkling water is what they have.
Henry, huh?
Henry, yeah.
What's the alcohol percentage on that bad boy?
They typically are lower alcohol. You're talking around like 4.5 to 5%.
Weak.
So they're nice. They're refreshing. They're just kind of like a seltzer. And they say this is the new booming thing in the alcohol biz is these seltzers. People love them because they're low in sugar, typically like free of sugar. They have like 100 calories or less. They're a lower, more manageable alcohol, so you're not going to turn into a sloppy mess. You know, they're probably about the same as like a Miller Lite, alcohol-wise.
I hate seltzer water. I can't believe it. What it is it makes you think you're drinking soda. It's basically water soda, and it's one of the cruelest tricks you can play on a person. Here, have some of this. Oh, it's Sprite? Ugh, no, it's tonic water. Get out of here with that crap.
Well, I got to tell you, you might be in the minority because it is booming. The numbers on this, LaCroix kind of kicked it off.
Oh, that's all Dennys drinks is LaCroix.
Yeah. It is jamming. That's when they started saying, what if we just put a little bit of alcohol in LaCroix? Because people started using LaCroix a lot as a mixer with their vodka. And they said, well, what if we just had LaCroix, but it actually had a little bit of alcohol in it? They say LaCroix in 2018, the sales grew 165%. And so they jumped on it. And now they say the hard seltzer market has been growing faster than pretty much any other alcoholic beverage that has come out in recent memory.
Wow.
And they think it's here to stay.
Good for them. I mean, if people like it and it's a less caloric alternative, I like it. I would add a little vodka to it, though.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, just a splash.
To the hard seltzer?
4%'s a little low.
Okay, so even on top of it, so it's like not enough alcohol. You can just throw a little bit more in it.
Mama just wants a little shot.
Well, I had the Henry's at Sunfest. That's the one they had there, and that's Miller's Coors that does that because the big beer companies knew this was going to be a serious competitor, so they started gobbling up the ones that came out.
Okay.
Anheuser-Busch, they bought Spike Seltzer and turned the name to Bon and Vive, if you see that. The Truly's the one that I typically have a lot, and those are really good.
I've seen the Truly,
They
yes.
come in a slender can. Yeah, that's Sam Adams.
They were doing a big push, handing that thing out free at places. The Truly, I tried it free at a couple places.
It's worked. A lot of people love them now. Now you see them all over the place. White Claw, that is by Mark Anthony Brands, the same people that do Mike's Hard Lemonade. And Smirnoff has their own as well. And even a lot of craft breweries. That was the weirdest thing. I was at the Jupiter Beer Fest maybe a year or two ago now. And I remember that they had water. They're like, would you like some hard water? I was like, what?
Hard water.
And it threw me for a loop. So I'm like, wait a minute. You just put alcohol
That's what
in
you
water?
don't want in your house. You got to add softener.
Right. It really, I was like, wait, what am I drinking now? What is this? This doesn't even make sense. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's really taken off. And it's a big thing. You get it all over the place. There is another way to get your alcohol as well. Costco has a popsicle filled with alcohol now.
Okay.
All right, you feeling this?
I had those a couple of years ago in Miami, and they were delicious. I had a watermelon booze-sicle, and it was lovely.
That sounds good and
By
dangerous.
the pool, oh, it was so yummy.
It was fantastic, huh?
Summer's right here. I mean, this is the perfect thing to have in the Florida sun.
Yeah, and they say with these, the popsicles are only like 90 calories, 6% alcohol.
Okay.
So again, it's nothing too crazy on the alcohol. I mean, it's a little bit heavier actually.
6%. Well, that's how
6% into your fun range.
That's
You're
when you
starting to
know.
get there.
That's when you know you have a problem with alcohol. 6%'s not. That's so low. No, 6%'s kind of high. Actually.
Yeah, it's like it's 6 different flavors. So I guess the good news is if you want a little bit of a buzz, you don't have to eat many of them. They say they're filled with like orange wine and not gin or vodka like a lot of the others.
Okay.
So if you want to check that out, that's one thing you can do. And somebody also just shot us a recipe. Say, this is what I do. I do Jack Pops. Okay.
It's just Jack, or what do you mix with it?
It is 5 fluid ounces of Jack Daniel's whiskey, 20 fluid ounces of Coke, flattened. You pour it into a bowl and allow it to sit until no more carbonation is present. About an hour it takes. Then you pour a half ounce of Jack into each popsicle mold. Pour 2 ounces of the flattened Coke. Then you cover and insert wooden sticks. You freeze for 4 to 5 hours or overnight, and then you got Jack Pops.
The Jack would freeze? I didn't think liquor was good at freezing.
I guess when you mix it and dilute it enough.
Maybe if you dilute, maybe it's the Coke that
Right.
freezes and
The
it's
Coke
there
when
with
it mixes with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're completely lying to us.
If you love Jack and Coke, and I have some family members that do, that might be fun by the pool too.
Oh, if you're drinking Jack and Coke, things have gone askew and awry.
Okay, there you go. Any more drink recipes for us, you can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, or you can just email those to us, mail@kvjshow.com.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, without a doubt, yesterday, this was my absolute favorite clip that happened on the show. And now today, we got an update. The guy that was at the minor league baseball game singing the national anthem and was struggling. Struggling actually is kind of an understatement for this.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light who's... Right. Let me hear you, people.
What?
Well, the guy's name is Chuck Hayworth, and
Chuck.
He's a star.
yeah, it's being called the worst national anthem rendition of all time.
Chuck takes the top.
Yes, he does. But there is a reason why this happened at the game that featured the High Point Rockers and the Sugarland Skeeters in North Carolina.
The Skeeters?
The Skeeters, yes.
Skeet.
Sugarland Skeeters.
Who came up with that name?
Yes, well, they got a rowdy crowd, Virginia. It's just good to get them going.
Let me hear you, people.
That's right. They get very raucous there, them Skeeters. Apparently, on social media, he let everybody know what had happened. He developed cramps from getting overheated just before he started singing. And he said, well, you saw what happened.
It's a terrible excuse.
You forgot the words.
That's the best you got. You got cramps?
He got cramps.
Poopy cramps or leg cramps?
Or menstrual cramps.
Yeah, he got cramps. That's pretty much all he's saying. The High Point Rockers have also apologized, saying the rendition was not up to organizational standards.
You think? Usually the Skeeters don't have standards.
I just want to hear the conversation. To be like, okay, like who greenlit this thing? How did we wind up with this guy
Please,
trying to find his way through the national anthem?
so bright and beaming, and the...
So bad the crowd just had to take it over. They're like, all right, we don't need you anymore. So that's the story. That's why Chuck had such a horrible time with the national anthem. He had cramps. Well, it's interesting here. The Oxygen Network is developing a show that fits right into the whacked out news. It's going to be called Florida Man. The show is going to examine the most outrageous, notorious, and craftiest killers from the Sunshine State.
Okay, you've been doing this for years.
I have. I've got tons of material.
Do they need a host?
Hello, Virginia. I got the hair for TV now.
Yeah, you do.
I'm ready to jump over. I can
You
do
gotta
this
wear
Florida
sunglasses,
Man.
though.
I do, you're right. Well, yeah. Well, it's about craftiest killers. If you want a guy from Florida with great hair that has murderous eyes, hello. I mean, was I ever made for a gig better than this? The host of Florida Man.
He knows about murderers because he shares eyes with them.
I might be one. I hear you. Absolutely. So we'll see what happens with that. Trust me, I'm just waiting for the call. There's a man in Lake City, Florida, got arrested for refusing to remove an obscene sticker from his vehicle's window.
What was it? How obscene are we talking?
It was crudely describing a sexual appetite. That's about all they really could go into.
So, do you know what it is?
Probably something to do with this.
So the cops pulled him over, and they said, you got to alter the sticker or change the derogatory part of it.
Yeah, because kids can see it. Come on.
But he refused. He said, no, that's violating my First Amendment rights to free speech. They said, no, screw you. They arrested him for violating Florida's obscenity law and then resisting an officer without violence.
Uh-oh.
And then guarantee you he still thinks he did nothing wrong.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
He's definitely sticking by his guns.
He's probably made a YouTube video how the cops, kept him down.
Yeah, he's thinking he's a freedom fighter. He's out there fighting for everybody. That's just kind of what he does. So, yeah, good for you. Thanks, buddy. Well, I got a man who got injured by a fishing line. He's just riding his bike through Central Park in Ormond Beach when all of a sudden...
Clothesline?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a booby trap.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. They're trying to figure out what's going on because the fishing line, you can't really see, and it was at neck height.
Oh, my gosh.
It left a visible red mark along his throat. He was able to, I guess, get off his bike quickly, and it didn't whoosh,
Oh, it could have killed him. Oh, yeah. He could have, drove into traffic or worse, got all kinds of problem with his neck.
Yeah, he said he fell off his bike to save himself.
Oh.
Police think maybe it might have been homeless people in the woods using the fishing line to dry clothes, but why they would do that over a bike path? I don't know.
That's messed up. That sounds like sabotage.
Yeah,
right
they feel, the couple's standing by now. They say, I don't care what you say, this feels like someone was trying this as a prank just because it was perfect level for somebody on a bike to catch him in the neck. So, I mean, just as soon as they start fixing the biking lanes, now we got to worry about fishing line.
Right?
These bikers are just tough. I heard a story about a guy in Nashua. He got arrested. Apparently, he was in a vehicle that was pulled over because the driver had an outstanding warrant for her arrest. So the officers saw the guy lift his butt and reach down the back of his pants. They're like, okay, what's going on here? So they try to handcuff the guy, but
maybe he's got a butt itch.
There was a baggie that he had apparently removed from his anus and decided to snack on whatever was in the bag.
Snack?
Yes. It went from his anus into his mouth, and they found out later that it was a bag of heroin, and now they're waiting for it to pass out the natural way.
Oh, he swallowed it in the baggie.
Yes.
Got it.
There you go.
The weight. That must be fun.
Yes.
Just leave it in your butt. Take a chance. You can't let them see you digging in your butt. Come on, dude.
Yeah, he felt right away that was going to be the first place they were going to look. So.
They go for the butt a lot. They know it's a stowaway area.
Yeah. So you won't take any chances. That's, I guess, the price you got to pay if you're willing to do heroin. Another story from the Villages. There's a woman there got arrested for meth possession. That sounds about right. She was pulled over for running a stop sign, told the officer she was in a hurry. And as they're handcuffing her, the police found 2.4 grams of meth in her car.
Don't. Meth will make you in a hurry. For everything.
I got to go really fast. Got to go really fast. Got to get there. Got to get there. Got to get there. Well, on the way to jail, she started bragging to the cops that she was selling dope for the last 8 years and never got caught.
Girl, what are you doing?
She also told the cops that she, quote, knows how to play the game and predicted that she would, quote, beat this.
Oh, my gosh. You know, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
They always love that defiant tone, don't they?
All right, girl, you go ahead.
Interesting strategy here. The sheriff's office in Vernon, Indiana is asking drug dealers to help them take down their competition. They have a post they put up on their social media asking dealers to submit the name, address, and vehicle information of their competitors. It also asks about the drugs being sold in the most active times.
Okay, this is terrible.
Right, but they're like going, hey.
It's going to create a war.
Right, and then they're hoping, obviously, one dumb guy's going to report the other. That other guy's going to get upset and report the other guy just reported him. I don't know if it's going to work. It could be either.
This is going to end in murder.
Probably, yeah. One way or the other, getting them off the street, Virginia and Vernon, Indiana.
Hey.
There's a guy in Oregon that got arrested after he shot another man on Friday. He should have known, though, when he walked into the not-so-boring bar and grill that something exciting like this might happen.
That's the name of it?
Yes.
I kind of want to go.
Yeah, well, you might get shot. That's just what goes on there. And this is quite an interesting day in church in Pennsylvania. This guy went on a rampage. Apparently, he thought somebody there had stolen his cat. Why they were in church with the cat, I don't know, but he went in there and demanded it.
Can you bring a cat to church? I'd be pissed. If somebody sat down next to me with a cat,
yeah,
I'm
doesn't seem like the
definitely
right place.
gonna cause a stink.
Well, is it cat lick?
Cat licks. There's a new warning out that there's a certain type of diabetes medication that could give you a killer genital infection that rots your junk.
Okay, give me the diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes is pretty cool.
Is that the worst way to go out, possibly?
Your junk rots off?
Yeah, genital infection's worse than diabetes, so no thanks.
I think genital infection, that would be worse than anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me decapitation.
Short of maybe blindness? I don't know. I mean,
give me anything else.
And it falls off. It rots.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Give me diabetes. Well, I thought this is a rather interesting story, and a heads up, if you go to Disney World and you do the CBD oil, better watch out. I saw this story that a 69-year-old great-grandmother just got arrested because she had CBD oil with her for her arthritis.
Arrested?
Yes, Mickey.
For CBD?
Arrested her. Yeah.
I thought you could get that. Anybody could get that.
That's what I thought. What is going on here?
Dennys.
I didn't even get this. I mean, is Disney like very anti-CBD, not medical marijuana friendly, even though we're in Florida?
Well,
here?
so there's different styles of CBD. We have to see what kind she had. If it's like 1-to-1, it's going to be lower than if it's like 1-to-5. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if it's 1 part CBD, 5 parts THC, that can get you in trouble.
Okay, so if there are some CBD that you can't have the effects of
The
weed
lower
in
spectrum
there.
stuff they sell at like your CVS and your Walgreens and stuff.
And that is not
17 people
And
on
then-
my Instagram are selling it.
And yeah, people are selling it. You see it. You can even see the ads
okay.
on Facebook. But you have to look at what's in it. I mean, they're all different. It depends what blends people are using. They all treat different things.
You can have a hybrid of both, and that's what's illegal because you can't have the.
Well, so they can get CBD from the hemp plant, which does contain trace amounts of THC, but not enough to get you high, and it's not recognized as like enough to hit the threshold of what they consider illegal.
Okay.
So, but you won't feel the effects of it. Or if it's derived from the marijuana plant, then it's going to have a little more THC in it. And that's where you get the higher hybrids.
Wow, okay. Is that in stoner lore anything about watch out for Disney because they're very...
Well, it sounds like that person had a hybrid. They had illegal weed on them.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the tricky part. If you have a prescription, say in Colorado or even Florida, and you go to another state or fly anywhere, like while you're in air, you're technically not allowed to have it. You would have to get to the new location. It's only by state at the moment. Once it's federally regulated by the government, then it would be legal across all 50
So
states.
she may not have been from Florida on top of it, and she's waving around medically, I can have this, and they're saying, yeah, but you're from Colorado.
Yeah,
And
and if you don't do your research and it does have a different, like, if it's comprised of some THC in there, then yeah, you can get in trouble for it, for sure.
And they're
So-
making it to where you want to get your medical card now because if you're smoking that oil stuff and you get caught with it, they are hitting people with felony.
Well, you're right. It's so now that marijuana is recognized in the state of Florida as a prescription pill or a prescription drug,
they're treating it like
they're treating it like it's a prescription. If a person non-prescribed to it has it, you get a felony.
That's
Wow.
how they're bringing down the pot community.
okay, dang.
So make sure, because now it's treated as a prescription.
Okay.
So that's one thing to consider.
It'd almost be better getting caught with just regular.
Well, you get caught with regular weed, you
it's
get
just-
a notice to appear, a citation.
You have the oil, they can get you on the felony.
Because then you're taking a prescription.
Okay.
And with the combustible now that they're bringing to Florida, I mean, you could probably get a felony for those too.
Everybody just
Interesting.
needs to get their weed card if they want to.
If you want to indulge in
Puff.
it, yes.
Yeah.
But you can
'Cause
find
it's easy
blends.
to get, right? Like you just go in there. I have panic attacks. Okay, here you go.
Not
Well, so if you're looking
always.
for an alternative medicine to the opiates, then yeah, you can look into marijuana here in Florida as an alternative medicine. So if you get a prescription for it, and they have different prescriptions, you get a prescription for the combustible, a prescription for the vapable. And I mean, all of that, if you go to any of the local places, they have CBD blends, they have CBD THC blends, they have THC blends, they have
Okay.
everything under the sun.
Interesting.
Well, you know how Disney and Universal play off each other. Watch Universal try to pick this up and be like, oh, if you got CBD, we're very CBD friendly.
We're down with CBD.
Come to
Yeah, you know
CBD
me.
town. Yeah.
They'll start selling weed
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to all happen. This is some good news as well. The NFL has really cracked down on players. Like, if you remember, former Dolphin Ricky Williams had issues with his marijuana habits while he was playing in the league. Well, now the competitive league, the XFL, that is going to be coming back out in February, is saying they may not even care if players smoke pot and likely aren't going to be testing for it.
It was interesting to hear Ricky Williams talk about everything because he said the culture was if you were hurt, if you were injured, they prescribed you painkillers.
Yeah.
And not everybody, their stomachs can't handle painkillers. Some people react different. He's like, I didn't want to put that kind of crap in my body. I didn't believe in them. Weed was the only thing that helped me. And here people are coming down on me because I just don't want to take the painkillers. And I think the mentality's shifting a bit.
It needs to shift because those painkillers are terrible.
Well, the other thing too is a lot of times those painkillers they can wreck your digestive system.
Sure.
Some people can't poop with those things.
Yeah.
And then they wreck your kidneys,
Big
your
time.
liver.
Dennys, where's your football skills?
Oh, they're pretty low. I don't know if THC's helped with football.
So if we put together a recruitment tape for you, it may not...
He's got zero pain, though.
Yeah.
I see more you as a coach.
A coach,
Yeah.
I like that. Or
Go
like
get 'em.
a water boy, one of the two.
I see you more like doing water aerobics.
Yes. I like those non-impact sports.
Okay. Well, in the medical field, there's a lot of weeks going on here. I think there's a Teachers Week, and also, so I think it's Nurses Week as well.
It is Nurses Week.
It's going on.
Wow, Jaybird. Nurses Week and Teachers Week in the same week? The
Okay.
fantasies run wild.
We were talking about that, yes. What is the hotter fantasy, Jaybird?
Oh,
Teacher fantasy
don't make
or
him
nurse
pick.
fantasy? Yeah, you got to pick.
I mean, Kevin, I like the teacher thing.
But the teachers can't give you a sponge bath.
All right, you're right. Nurse, you can't lose on this one. I go teacher though.
Teacher.
Yeah.
A little bit over.
Oh gosh, I need detention.
It needs discipline.
Oh my gosh, Virginia, so much.
Okay. You have a preference, Dennys? What's the hotter?
Out of the two, medical kind of creeps me out, So
Yeah.
I'd probably go teacher.
Well, keep in mind too, nurses really aren't dressed like the naughty nurse that you see at the costume
Yeah.
store.
And Denny's, you married a teacher. You better say teacher.
Yeah. The medical, I don't know if I can make sexy while getting like an exam.
Yeah. She's just removed my bedpan and then starts making out with me.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's all you got to say. Well, the thing I love is just, when you see it, and there's so many of these shows that are on, they're so popular. The Grey's Anatomy is one of 100 TV shows. And I know whenever they do radio on TV and a TV show, there's always like, that doesn't happen. That's so unrealistic. You can't do that. This doesn't work that way. I'm just kind of curious, what is the most unrealistic thing about nurses on TV? Somebody said, I learned all my drug facts and information from Dennys. So informative. There you go. We're talking about it being Teachers and Nurses Week. What is the most unrealistic thing that you see when you're watching a TV show? You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF. Get through to us here on the KBJ Show. And today, going to have the After the Show podcast. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to get to as well to check that out. Now, I know we had just switched over to a new podcast app. It is called Podcast One is the name of it. And so some people I know, like on the Podbean, were saying, we haven't gotten the podcast the last couple of days. It's not been updating. Now it's supposed to. So if you're having any issues with it, the failsafe is going to Podcast One, but it's still supposed to work on all the other podcast apps like Podbean. You know what's up with that, Dennys?
Yeah, so we're still in the migration. We moved all of our stuff over, but some of the other apps are still like a little latent in moving. So iTunes, I think, just repopulated with everything. So you should be able to go to iTunes and it'll automatically connect. I think Podbean's probably going to be the last one to switch over.
So what you're saying is get a little weird for about 48 hours, probably.
Yeah, I would say till probably about Friday. It might be a little wonky because all the computers are trying to talk to each other now, and we have like 9 redirects going. So hopefully.
They're just yelling at each other.
Yeah, hopefully once we see where everything goes, we can cut out all the other people.
Okay.
Okay, we got to make a new studio rule. Virginia can't put old lady cream on her body during the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dry.
This lotion smells like...
I'm very ashy over here. What do you want?
You smell like the Golden Girl.
What is the name on that scent, Virginia?
Old people?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace. Oh, it's made for someone like me named Grace.
It is.
I'm amazing.
That is a rough lotion. I'm not gonna lie.
Amazing Grace.
I think
Smells that bad?
I think I'm allergic to it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it smelled nice.
All right, talking about the TV fallacies they have for nurses. Anna's on here from Port St. Lucie. What would you say is one that just does not happen, Ann?
Hi, guys. Just love your show. Want to say that first of all.
Oh, thank you.
I've been a nurse for about 17 years, and I've never worked with a doctor that was like McSteamy or McDreamy. So they're always hooking up.
They are all pretty much so handsome. You're like, oh, the hottest guys become doctors.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Never worked one of those. Wish I have.
And someone texted in, too. Would you agree with this? It says, nurses do not date doctors. Somebody texted in. Is that true, Ann?
Yes, I have never dated a doctor, ever.
Nurse, do they ever sleep with each other? They're not dating, but they are hooking up.
Sometimes they do. It depends on the nurse. Like I said, I've never had one that I've ever, they're always, 250, overweight, balding,
Picture of health.
Yeah. I know. Isn't that amazing? I've had some very out of shape, unhealthy doctors tell me about how bad I am.
I've had some pretty unhealthy doctors myself.
Yes. Another text said, every medical TV show is so off, I wouldn't even know where to start. But one thing for sure is we do not play cards.
Cards.
Not sitting around just playing cards. Anything else to add to it, you can text us now at the KVJ Show.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KBJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Talking about the ridiculous stuff you see nurses on TV that are completely unrealistic and don't happen. And I thought it was kind of fascinating because somebody texted in and said, you ever see on TV where they're getting ready to like shock a patient and they've got those paddles and they always rub them together and they go clear, stat, whatever, and then the person jolts? They say whenever you see them rubbing the rubber paddles together, that would never happen. They say that would be like rubbing jumper cables together, only worse. It could kill you. Real doctors would never do that.
That's weird.
And they do that all the time. How they go, shh, because I thought they had like a lotion they would put on there or some kind of gel.
Yeah.
And they would rub that together, and I thought that was necessary. It's so glad. I'm so happy like I never was in a situation where I felt like I had to, shock somebody back because I would have killed myself. I'd be like, boom. Crazy. And somebody else is also debating, too, whether or not nurses and doctors hook up.
Oh, they definitely do. Of course.
Yeah.
Come on. In the history of the medical world.
Yeah. Somebody texted and said, Ann doesn't know what she's talking about. Nurses and doctors date. And they get married all the time. Plenty of affairs. Just work in the ER overnights. Okay.
People are hitting it.
Somebody else texted and said, I'm a nurse and 95% of medical TV shows have the doctors doing it all. They're walking the patients. They're starting IVs. That's not true. It's the nurses that are doing all those kind of like things. So the doctors basically just walk right in, go, yep, nope, boom, walk right back out. And that's about it. So there you go. That's why I got to give love to the nurses and to the teachers this week.
Amen.
Both weeks all together.
Jay Bird said he'll give love to both today. What are y'all doing at noon?
Oh,
yeah, what is all of the teachers and all of the nurses doing today?
Come on over.
Don't they have that big old teachers party at Bradley's? Is that this week?
No, because it's not the end of school yet.
That's the end of school.
End of school. When it's over, then they throw down.
Have y'all ever been to that thing? These teachers, they do throw down. They get on the bar. They're dancing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much heaven for this kid right here.
Oh, yeah.
For this kid.
For this kid. Uh-huh. So what are the best shows that are on TV right now? I was looking at Thrillist. They came out and they said the OA on Netflix is the best show on TV.
I've heard great things about this OA.
I don't know what the heck that is.
It's in its second season, and I've heard several people that I really admire talk about the OA. I might have to get into this.
It's about self-discovery, obsession, and interdimensional travel. Okay.
You lost me.
It sounds a little spacey, but I don't know.
Is
Enough
it?
people have talked about it, said that they thought it was awesome, that I think it's worth me looking into.
It's spacey?
It sounds like
Interdimensional
it sounds
travel?
like it's a sci-fi kind of thing.
I should like that then.
You should. I shouldn't, but people that I like it.
They say it's for fans of Lost and Twin Peaks.
Oh, they got Twin Peaks on Netflix, and I thought about kind of delving into that. Do you remember Twin Peaks at all? Did you watch it?
No, but I think I never watched it, but the courthouse, the West Palm Beach courthouse, I guess, was featured in that show.
I heard it's a bizarre ride.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. As far as like good shows to be watching, 3 of the top 6 shows that Thrillist have I'm watching: Veep, Game of Thrones, and Billions. I obviously enjoy all those that I check out. My son was watching Sex Education on Netflix, and that's in Netflix's or in Thrillist's top 10.
What's that?
Which son?
My older one.
I was going to say, Candace, I thought the same thing, though.
Yeah, did you?
Why is your son watching sex ed?
Well, I wasn't sure
He's
if
21.
Well, I thought it was the little guy.
No,
Well,
come on.
I don't know if it was
Let him watch a show
educational.
called Sex Education.
I don't. They were teaching sex ed pretty early when I was a kid.
I'm not going to let him watch a show about it. Yeah, they say it's kind of got a John Hughes vibe. If you loved a lot of those,
Sure.
like The Breakfast Club that they used to have back in the 80s, it kind of has that kind of feel. So that's on Netflix, something to check out. Killing Eve, I'd heard some raves. My older son, Colin, had watched that. It's BBC America and loved it, raved about it. And then my wife started, she said, I think he's a little off.
But your wife didn't like The Office either, and The Office is awesome.
Yeah, she's kind of trying to rev back up. That and Arrested Development she didn't really like, and so she's, I think, giving at least Arrested Development another chance.
It sounds like the Queen likes a little bit more of the drama than some of the
I
comedy.
think so, yeah. I think so.
Well, tell her to check out Vanderpump Rules. Oh, the reunion.
I did it for you, Kev. I shut off.
Appreciate
the microphone.
that.
Yeah, no,
That was good.
I'm here for you and the audience.
And a show that goes touch and go, depending upon which episode you're on. They're saying True Detective on HBO is great again. Because I watched the first season and I loved it. And it's a totally different show in the second season. And I had heard that it wasn't as good.
I didn't like the second season as much as the first season. I really liked the first one a lot, actually.
Now, I guess they're back on season 3. So they say that's pretty solid to watch. And then Black Monday on Showtime, Thrillist has in their top 10. Well, here's another show I hadn't heard of. Have you heard of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Yes, I have.
Okay. It is apparently one of the top 10 TV shows, according to the Associated Press, from 2018.
Good buzz on that one, too, from people I trust.
Really? Okay. So they're saying that is absolutely amazing. And if you would like to be on this Amazon Prime show, I'll tell you how, because they're actually looking for some people here in Miami. Details on that coming up next. Virginia, you seemed like you knew what this show was all about. When I saw the story, I was like, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I don't even know what that is. It's on Amazon. Apparently, it's a big show. Kind of set in the 1950s, I guess, is the deal with it.
Yes.
Good.
It's winning a lot of awards. It's got 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
Everybody is saying it's so good.
Okay. All right. I'm sure I'm just not in the know then.
You need to start watching Cobra Kai on YouTube Red.
I do. That's on my list.
I can even come over with the laptop so you don't even have to buy it.
All right. Coming up with a solution so I don't have to steal your code, which just violates my conscience.
I don't know if it is stealing, though, because I think you're allowed a certain amount of people on these plans, and if you're my buddy...
If it has a buddy plan and it's all good, yeah.
Well, I know
Call me your buddy and I'll watch it.
I know Netflix does. Netflix got that buddy plan, and if Netflix is doing it, so is YouTube Red, I suppose.
You suppose?
Well, it's the same concept. YouTube Red, they owe me. I know how much it is. It's like $13 a month.
They owe me. I love how you're justifying this. They owe me. What do they owe you?
They owe me. They owe me.
Did they give you a season 2 yet?
They did.
They did. Okay.
Love season 2.
Okay.
Oh, it's great. Kevin, you should like it.
Okay.
Can you cancel it till they come out with season 3, or do you have to keep it the whole time?
I don't know. I'm sure I'm doing it all wrong.
Well, this Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, if you would like to actually be on this show, they're going to be filming in Miami from June 17th to the 30th, likely at the Fontainebleau.
Fancy.
And you can be an extra if you want, but here's the real challenge. So they're going to be filming this show set like in the 50s in Miami, and the catch is you've got to beat 1950s beauty standards. which means no surgically altered faces or excessive tanning. And you're doing this in Miami? I mean, where are we going to find any extras around here? No surgically altered faces or excessive tanning? You got to be 1950s beauty standards?
Yeah, why'd you pick Miami?
Oh, well, you might want to fly in your extras.
That's on you.
Yeah, good luck. Not sure that's going to be happening. So if you're interested on that, you do a quick little web search, and it's out there. You've got to obviously find all the dates and fill out the paperwork and that kind of stuff to be the extra, but that could be happening.
Are you excited for the last Star Wars movie coming out? Is there any kind of excitement in the Kevin Ralston's body?
No. The only thing that kind of it got me intrigued was the two writers who are doing Game of Thrones is going to be doing some of the Star Wars movies now. And those guys know about character and plot development for the most part. But boy, man, people are really trashing the most recent episode of Game of Thrones.
Senioritis, you can't have a coffee cup with the Mother of Dragons. I'm with the people.
And that's not even, I read a list of about 10 to 15 things people hated about episode 4, and the coffee cup really wasn't even it. People really are trashing this last episode, hating it. So kind of crazy. So I don't know. I love 3. I thought it was one of the best ever, and then they followed up with 4 with some people are saying one of the worst episodes of all time.
Would that be a punishment if Kevin said, "Okay, Virginia, over the weekend you have to watch every episode of Game of Thrones, and you need to give us a report"?
I quit.
You quit? Would that be torture for you?
Yes.
You might actually get into it.
You couldn't have
There's
fun
zero
with
chance.
that.
I don't have the time.
Zero chance.
It's such an important thing for our show that you have 3 days to watch every single episode. If not, we all lose our jobs. Kevin loses his hair.
All right. Well, if you got any thoughts on it, 877-979-9763. Somebody said you're butchering the name of the show. It's Maisel. Not Maisel. Yeah, I haven't even heard of it.
I don't think you care either.
And I really, yeah. Let's just end it with that.
This is the KBJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Do you want to watch the KBJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KBJ Show.
That was quite an amazing story. If you love dogs, I do. Man's and family's best friends. There's this family in Ohio that believes that their dog may have prevented the abduction of their infant son.
Oh my gosh, what a hero.
This guy, Jordan Paymer, when he came out of the shower, I guess she's the mom, her 7-month-old baby was gone. She quickly woke up the child's father from a nap, and they searched the house. They eventually found the baby who was still in the car seat they'd strapped him into, but down in the basement and near a door. They believe that the would-be kidnapper had run into the family dog, got scared, and then left the baby behind.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Horrifying. Thank goodness for that dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it is steak dinner tonight.
Yeah, I got to give him a little Outback.
That is crazy.
Got to wonder if maybe the dog didn't actually work this whole thing out.
The dog can't strap the baby in.
They'd strapped the baby in. I think the baby's ready to go. The dog carried him right down. Roof. Car thing barks. Like, oh my gosh, it must, because, I mean, they're putting all the rest of this together. They didn't see anybody. It's just the baby wound up there. Imagine if the dog, they had it in the car seat. They're ready to travel. Boom, boom, boom. Dog just carries it down by the door. I don't know.
I don't think a dog can carry a baby down to a basement.
Yes, they can.
Not without making a lot of noise.
You ever seen Marmaduke? I think it's huge.
True.
Have they caught the guy? Do they know who they're looking for?
Now, I don't even know if they know they are looking for a guy. They just have kind of like filled in the gaps in that somebody was trying to kidnap their baby. They don't know who or how it all happened, but they're like, how'd the baby get in, this position where it's like at the door ready to travel?
And you think it was just the dog looking for treats?
I do. I think because that's the first thing you said, steak dinner. I'm sure it's the first thing they said. Steak dinner. He's like,
this is great.
Hey, this is a valuable lesson, too. 9-year-old girl near Boston was eating lunch at school last week when her best friend started choking. But luckily, she just learned the Heimlich maneuver one day before, jumped in and saved her friend's life.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's angels watching over you.
Well, and you may not think about a 9-year-old learning the Heimlich, but they can, and it can pay off big dividends. So There you go. Something to stew on today. Coming up here in a sec, the After the Show podcast going to be live on YouTube. Also get on that Podcast One podcast app where we now are stationed. Jaybird, if you would, Get us there with a lovely thought, my friend.
Just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out asking about my buddy Jim, the guy I gave my kidney to. He's in the hospital right now. The kidney I gave him, unfortunately, is failing him, so he's having some procedures done. But so thank you. I'm going to give updates when I get updates. This one's for you, big guy. A good friend knows all your best stories. A best friend has lived them with you.
Oh,
that is good.
I love that.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?